everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal, and this is The Crown and the Flame, Book 3, Chapter 12. Raiden returns to Stormhold, and Azura's assassins strike. Can he and Kena survive their attack? The Gathering Storm. Now playing as Raiden. You're standing over Kena's bed, a knife in your hand, and her sword at your throat. Give me one good reason I shouldn't slit your throat right now, traitor. Kena, I know what this looks like, but it looks like you snuck in to assassinate me. No, I snuck in to warn you. Azura's assassins are on their way. They could be in the room already. I don't see anyone here but us. Well, if you saw them, they wouldn't be very good assassins, would they? I saw you. Because I'm not one of them. God's sake, Kena. If I wanted to kill you, do you really think you could stop me? Try it and find out. So our options are to prove my point, which would be sexy, but probably not helpful, or keep my cool. So we're gonna go with keep my cool. Something tells me that wouldn't work out well for either of us. No, it wouldn't. How can I convince you that I'm not here to harm you? You can start by dropping your weapon. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Because of the assassins that are going to burst through that door at any second. Yes! Conflicting emotions rage behind Kena's eyes. Give me one reason I should believe you. Give me any reason I should ever trust you again. Because I did everything for Stormhold. I'm a spy. Do you know what that means? That you can't be trusted? Yes. Others fight with their strength or their steel. I fight with promises, illusions, and allegiances. And I have done nothing but fight for you and for Stormhold from the moment I fired that crossbow. Kena's sword tip wavers, then falls. I believe you, Raiden. I have a lot of questions, but I believe you. Thank you, Kena. Now we must sound the alarm and call the guards before... No sooner have the words left your lips than you hear a distant sound. Now playing as Kena. In the distance, alarm bells ring out, echoing across the castle grounds. 5 bells. A fire? No, a distraction. Raiden tackles you to the floor as a blade slices the air above you. Pushing Raiden away, you roll to your feet and take in the sight of a terrifying figure in black. Clever spy. Your death will not be swift. I take it this is one of those assassins you mentioned. Yes, one of the shadows of Azura. They're an ancient order of assassins who specialize in eliminating well-protected royalty. And you know this how? Azura told me over drinks. She what? Kena Reese. I don't believe we've met. I am a shadow of she who shines brightest. I am lightning. Be careful, Kenna. Azura told me they work in pairs. I'll wager Thunder is hidden somewhere, waiting for the right moment to strike. The fire crackles in the hearth as your eyes dart around the room. Every flickering shadow seems to hide a threat. The Empress demands your death. She'll have to settle for yours. The assassin dashes toward you, long arms unfurling as he swings a strange weapon at your face. I should block. You catch his attack with your sword, your faces an inch apart. Steel claws grind against your blade. Okay, so it's a thing they wear on their hand with jabby Wolverine claws. Okay. Nice toy. Here's mine. You shove the assassin back, aiming a slash at his chest. He leaps away, somersaulting like an acrobat across the bearskin rug. Ha! Suddenly, he seems to stagger, falling to one knee. Wait. Nice try. If you think I'm going to fall for that. You hear a soft impact as something drops from the shadows behind you. Think again. You whirl, sword lashing out at a second assassin. Surprised, the assassin springs away and drops into a fighting stance. Kenna Reese. Let me guess. If he's lightning, then you must be the thunder. The Empress demands your death. So I keep hearing. You and Raiden fall in back to back as thunder and lightning begin to circle. Is this clumsy pair of dancers really the strongest Azura can muster? I'm almost disappointed. Shall we teach them a step or two? Are you asking me to dance? I believe I am. I should say, follow my lead. Always, my queen. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry. I've been building up a lot of emotions over these 3 books. I'm so glad he's back. I'm so glad they're bantering. I was so afraid it was gonna get dragged out as like this horrible trust thing. Always, my queen. Enough of this. I agree. Raiden, now. Before the assassins can react, you and Raiden attack, bringing the fight to them. Blades clash, sparks fly, your bodies blur together, a shimmering whirlwind of steel that tears straight through your opponents. Yeah! With a kick to the groin, lightning falls. Ha! With a slash to the chest, Thunder sprawls. His weapon skitters across the floor. You're beaten. Surrender, and your lives will be spared. Shadows do not surrender. Shadows do not fail. Well, there's a first time for every thing. What? A strange expression comes over Raiden's face. He looks down, bringing a hand to his stomach. It comes away wet with blood. Oh. When did that? I didn't even feel. Raiden, no! You rush toward Raiden and he collapses into your arms. Blood stains your arms as you sink to the floor, cradling Raiden in your lap. Raiden, you fool. Apologies, my queen. You spot the iron claw laying beside Raiden, and a few feet away your sword. As the bloodied assassins rise again, Rage wails up within you. So the options are with Stormholt Steel or kill them with their own weapon. You strap the iron claw to your wrist. Thunder and lightning glance at one another, uncertain. A fine weapon. Let's see how it works on you. You surge toward Thunder. His throat? You swipe at his throat, ripping open his neck from one ear to the other. Thunder falls, and you turn on Lightning. Caught off guard, he panics, raising his weapon and backing away. You tackle him to the floor and claw him open like a wild animal. He clutches at his wounds, writhing in agony as you stand step back. As the assassin's screams subside, the door bursts open and castle guards storm in. They freeze in the doorway, taking in the dead assassins. Gods, how did these monsters get inside? Your Majesty, did you kill 2 trained assassins single-handedly? That's incredible. You must be new here. You drop your weapon and rush to Raiden's side. Raiden, stay with me. I can't lose you too. Ken, I need to tell you. He opens his mouth, a half-finished sentence on his tongue, but the words never come. Raiden, no. Please, no. What? No. Wait, now playing as Raiden. Okay. You wake in a soft bed. Jackson, Kenna, and Adder are standing over you. Val stares daggers from the corner. The spy is awake. That's a shame. You have such vengeful friends, brother. Why, they stood watch all night just to crow at you in the morning. What's going on? An interrogation, I'm afraid. Raiden, you helped to defend me against Azura's shadows, and for that I thank you, but... You sit up in bed, wincing. I understand. If I were a double agent, a conveniently thwarted attack would be just the way to get back into your good graces. Especially considering the heroic wound I took in your defense. Wound. They barely nicked you. The healer said you collapsed more from exhaustion than from your injuries. In my defense, yesterday was a very long day. Yes, I've heard battling Stormholt soldiers can be quite tiring. Friends, I understand I have broken your trust, and it will take time to rebuild it. But everything I did for our cause. So please, ask your questions, and I will try my best to answer them. I have one. Why did you shoot Val? You look Val in the eyes. Her gaze is cold and hostile. I shot Val because I had to sell the lie. Azura's no fool. To gain her trust, I needed to demonstrate my loyalty in a manner shocking enough to catch her off guard. So you shot me. So I very carefully shot a dear friend who I knew would react with genuine devastation. Val's jaw clenches. She glances away. Adder steps up to your bedside, brushing the hair from your face. My poor, sweet brother. Black Asp agents in Azura's army tell me that you and she became rather friendly. Even shared a romantic meal in the palace gardens. What's more, I hear she offered to make you Lord of Stormholt. How could you possibly know about that already? Do you deny it? No. Little orphan boy from Lycos, seduced by a sorceress from across the sea. promising him power and treasure. What is your question, Adder? Simply this. With Azura offering such power and glory, why not betray us? You've always been a practical man. Why choose the weaker side? I stayed loyal. For my friends. Kenna. Val. Jackson. Annalise. Whitlock. Say. Dom. Even you, Adder. Everything I did for those I care about. If they hate me for the rest of my life, that's a price I'll pay. If what I did saves even one of theirs. You always did have a talent for drama. Such a heroic answer. And yet, strangely, I believe it. Adder steps back, and Jackson steps forward. My turn. You helped the Empress's daughter elude capture, as if you were her own personal bodyguard. Explain yourself. I protected Leah because she's just a child. Those soldiers had lost their senses. They were going to kill her. Another lightning witch. An innocent child. Jackson, is this true? Jackson's face falls. Yes, Your Majesty. Those soldiers had just seen Azura decimate their comrades. They were out of control. I lost track of them in the fighting, and by the time I caught up to the chase... Jackson sighs and shakes his head. They acted dishonorably. And I take responsibility for it. Much as it pains me to say, Raiden did the right thing. And you would trust him again? I would, Your Majesty. I may not like his methods, but as a spy master in service to Stormholt, I suppose Raiden did as his duty demanded. Adder? To be honest, I assumed it was a ploy all along. Val? Val stares at you long and hard. She stands. I understand why he did it. Suppose it was even pretty clever. But would I trust him again? She spits and walks out. Kenna starts after her. Val, wait. No, please. Let her go. Kenna stops in the doorway, sighs, and turns back to you. It's settled then. Raiden, welcome back. Thank you all. I look forward to sharing all that I've learned. Kenna dismisses the others. Adder smacks your shoulder on the way out. Good to have you back, brother. Try not to go missing again. Adder leaves. Jackson turns to follow. Jackson, wait. There's something else. What is it? About the girl. Azura's daughter, Leah. I brought her with me. With you? Where? Here, to Stormholt. She's hiding out by the stables. What? Why? Because she asked me to, and because I think she may yet help us. She's a sweet girl, and I expect she'll be afraid of Stormholt soldiers for a while. I beg you to be gentle. Yes, of course. See that she's given proper quarters and a personal guard. Jackson bows. I'll stand watch myself. As he rises, his eyes meet yours. You have my word. I will protect her as if she were my own daughter. Jackson leaves the room. Just keeps stabbing me in the heart. Now playing is Kenna. You close the door and return, taking a seat at the foot of Raiden's bed. Something else, my queen. Raiden, I missed you. Raiden lifts a weary hand, brushing your chin with his thumb. Every moment I was away, I thought only of returning to you. From what I heard, you were busy wooing the Empress. Should I be jealous? Not even a little. How are your injuries? Nothing I won't survive. I don't suppose you'd feel fit enough to give a speech for me. Aren't rousing pre-battle speeches old hat to you by now? Yes, but I'm usually giving them to Stormholt soldiers. Who are you addressing today? Luther's troops. And they're a tough audience, let me tell you. You turn to find Zenobia standing outside the door. You Navraki have a nasty habit of showing up unexpectedly. Funny, I thought the same about you people when you crashed my party and kidnapped me. Come on, Kenna. I need to talk to you about something before your speech. Raiden pats your hand. Go. You should prepare. Or you could go shut that door in Zenobia's face and stay a while longer. Okay. Okay, we will slam the door in Zenobia's face. I'll just be a moment. What? You wink at Zenobia and push the door closed. Oh my gods, are you serious right now? The door slams, the lock clicks, and you turn on Raiden. Good choice. As you approach and take his head in your hands, Raiden smiles slyly, then winces at his injuries. Are you sure you're all right? Kenna, I've been living a lie for days now. I need to feel something honest again. I need you. Come here. You know, issuing commands to a queen is treason. How unfortunate. And I've only just been cleared. Straddling Raiden's waist, you begin to undo your armor. He reaches up to help. Sure, I'll let him help. His hand and yours. His hands and yours glide together through the air, fingers brushing occasionally as they undo every strap, every buckle, every lace. That's better. What now, my queen? I don't know what the right thing to say is. I just want to stop joking and be real with him. So you tell me. Still straddling Raiden, you feel his hands seize your back. He sits up toward you, grabs your hair, yanks your head back, and whispers, "Now I show you what I thought about the whole time I was gone." His lips find your neck. His arms pull you closer. His body presses upward against yours. Raiden. Then his hips begin to move. Ah! And we fade to black. You finish donning your armor. I should go. The Navraki will be climbing the walls by now. One last kiss. No. You bend and press your lips to Raiden's hard. Not one, and not the last. Exiting Raiden's room, you head down the hallway, round a corner, and bump right into Zenobia, her arms crossed and foot tapping. Are you quite finished? Were you just waiting here the whole time? Where in the hells was I supposed to go? This castle is ridiculous. Every time you open a closet, you're walking in on someone. Jealous? Yes! It's supposed to be me getting steamy with spies and slamming doors in people's faces. Zenobia storms off, ranting and raving. You stifle a laugh and follow her. You follow Zenobia over the battlements and toward the courtyard. You have to give my brother command of our army. I don't have to do anything. No, listen. Zenobia stops and locks eyes with you. Look, you don't like me, and I don't like you. I mean, I really don't like you. I get it. Just since we've walked out here, I've thought about pushing you off the wall 4 times. No, wait, 5 times. Is there a point approaching anytime soon? Yes, there's a battle coming up, right? Well, during that battle there will be soldiers from Abanthus fighting. And someone is going to have to command them. And you think I should give command to Diavalos? Exactly. Why? Because while I may not like you, and I really don't like you, do you know what I like even less? Bad hair. No. Well, yes, but no, I was going to say being at war. You don't like being at war? No! War is the worst! All the eligible suitors are off fighting. The staff keeps changing names. My favorite shops are always closed. You lead an interesting life. And I want to keep on leading it. But if you give my father back his little army men, he'll shove them up your nose first chance he gets. Meaning, more war with you. Your father couldn't possibly be that stupid. Have you met my father? He's a vain, stubborn old man. All he cares about is restoring our family's legacy. Diavalos is loyal to your father. But he's more loyal to his people, even if he's too dense to remember that sometimes. Why shouldn't I just command the Navraki army myself, just to be safe? Because that's dumb? How many of their friends have you personally killed? I've lost count. Exactly! They hate you as much as I do. Well, maybe not quite as much, because I I have a speech to give. You brush past Zenobia. Rude! You climb to the top of the gatehouse with Dom and Jackson. Below, soldiers in Stormhold and Navraki colors stand side by side. Now there's a sight I never thought I'd see. That makes 2 of us. You ready for this, Kenna? Not in the slightest. Across the battlements, you spot Luther, Diavalos, and Zenobia coming your way. You study their faces. Dom, Would you trust good advice from a bad source? Is this a trick question? I'm not sure yet. As the Nevraki pass by, Luther grunts. Diavalos stops and bows. Queen Kenna. Prince Diavalos. History will remember this day, a crucial turning point in the Stormholt-Abanthus alliance. Behind him, Zenobia raises an eyebrow at you. Your Majesty, it's time. The Nevraki head down to take their place in the courtyard. Stepping to the wall, you take a deep breath and address the assembled troops. Soldiers of Stormholt. Yeah! Knights of Abanthus. They're quiet. The Nevraki soldiers seem skeptical. How should I start? My strategy guide doesn't say. Okay, so if we're blunt, that might be like starting with honesty, like, I know we don't like each other, etc. Diplomatic could be better, but it could also come across as... what's the word I'm looking for? Conniving? Not true? Let's be blunt. That's always worked for us in the past. Oh, crap. You don't like us. And we don't like you. Luther and some of the soldiers chuckle. Diavalos frowns. But a greater enemy is now upon us. Let us unite now. Once and for all. Hear, hear! The soldiers let out a hearty cheer. With that in mind, I have a decision regarding the battle to come. The Abanthus troops will be commanded by Diavalos. What? What? Diavalos has been commanding soldiers against the Iron Empire for longer than I've been Queen of Stormholt. What's more, in our mission to rescue Dom, he proved himself a capable warrior and a trustworthy ally. I can think of no one more fit to lead. The assembled troops break into raucous applause. Luther storms out of the courtyard. Zenobia nods approvingly. Smart. A horn sounds. Jackson peers out over the battlements. Kenna, you might want to see this. You join Jackson and look out toward the horizon. To the west, dark storm clouds stretch across the horizon, heralding the approach of Azura's army. How have they covered so much ground this fast? That's less than a day's march away. Commence preparations. We'll be fighting by dawn. Okay, how did we do? We weathered a surprise attack. We gave Azura's assassins a good old-fashioned Stormholt welcome. You finally returned from your undercover mission and won back the trust of your friends. You gave Raiden a special welcome home. You trusted Zenobia's advice and appointed Diavalos to command the Abanthus troops. Huh. So we still haven't recruited whoever this last person is. It looks like we have a full score, so being blunt didn't hurt us. I wish I'd been diplomatic, but oh well. It all worked out. So that was chapter 12. And we only have like a few, 5 more chapters? So we're coming down close to the end. That was exciting. And I'm so glad Raiden is back. I missed him a lot. And I was really worried he might die, so I'm glad he didn't. I will see you in the next Let's Play, and thank you so much for coming along with me on this. I really appreciate it. It's It's been a journey. Thank you. Bye bye.